cheeks. You damn right.
Well, finally my influence pays off, because you look fabulous.
Thanks. So, I heard there was a multi-car crash at the Big Dig.
Yeah, I'm setting it up right now.
Yeah, I heard about it on my new satellite radio. In my new car.
You finally did it?
Yep.
Oh.
271 horsepower, V8 with an ATI supercharger, satellite imagery, GPS.
Sweet.
Aberdeen leather trim, 6-way power bucket seats, in-dash 6 CD changer, MP3 player.
I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're saying. You have a donut in your mouth.
Thanks for opening the door.
You're welcome. All right, so the reason I asked you to breakfast is because I thought maybe we should talk about last week.
There's nothing to talk about.
Of course there's something to talk about. There's always something to talk about. The weather, the Red Sox, the severed head we found in the alley behind Mickey's Steakhouse.
Not my case, thank God.
Not mine either, just an example. Should I just keep talking until I get a reaction? Hang on, just hang on. You can't even make eye contact and you still don't think we need to talk?
Okay, guys, I got the dental x-rays.
Whoa, Bug, look at you.
Parked your car on the street. Are you insane?
My space in the garage is next to Jordan's. She dings my door every time she opens hers.
Yeah, but your car could get stolen on the street or broken into.
Au contraire. When I leave the car, I set the alarm. If somebody tries to break in, it calls my cell phone.
Guys.
Oh, man!
Massachusetts is in an official state of emergency. This is one of the state's worst wildfires in several years. It has burned 14 structures and closed 2 highways. Our early estimates are that the fire has consumed over 1,500 acres. The rugged terrain is hampering our efforts to reach the source of the fire. Fire teams from Vermont, New Hampshire, and Connecticut have arrived on scene to help, and we owe them a huge debt of gratitude. And we stand ready to return that favor anytime they need us. I'd like to personally thank the men and women of the Massachusetts Fire Department for their exemplary work here in trying to contain this volatile fire. Their professionalism...
Taking an inventory. We have everything we need to go retrieve the bodies.
Nobody's died.
Yeah.
Put their lives on the line to protect ours.
Keep a good
I'll
thought.
be very thankful for the work they've done here today. They should hope to have this fire contained within 24 hours. Thank you very much for your time. And we'll keep you updated on...
That's kind of judgmental, Dad.
Asking you what goes on in group sessions is judgmental.
What goes on is we talk. But what you asked was, have they put you in with the hardcore addicts?
Well, I was just wondering if they lump you all together.
Well, you and Mom lumped me all together with these freaks.
Abby, the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem.
Yeah? Because I don't hear that every day. Do you have anything new? Go ahead. It's your whole life. Why should today be any different?
Jordan. Captain, this is Dr. Garrett Macy.
Doctor, I never had a chance.
Why were the bodies moved?
Out of respect. These men are heroes. Peter Cronin, head of the state's emergency response office, Doctors Macy and Kavanaugh from the ME's office.
I understand the impulse, Mr. Cronin, but you compromised the evidence.
We couldn't leave them where they fell. They deserve better than that.
Cronin!
It's no mystery how they died.
Just a small point, sir. Flags shouldn't be touching the ground. Staging area, huh?
You think? You okay?
Yeah, fine. Well, this kind of damage, how hot is a wildfire?
Depends on the conditions. One like this, around 2,000 degrees. Names, addresses, next to kin.
Thanks, Garrett. I'm gonna call these in to Lily, get us started on dental and DNA samples.
So did you know these guys?
Yeah, one of the best teams in the country. Most courageous men you'll ever find.
Where the hell's Nigel?
Let's suit up. The bodies will be here any minute. Hey, Maggie.
Jordan.
This is not a good time.
Hey, where did you get off telling Abby she could leave rehab?
I didn't say she could leave.
That isn't what she says.
Well, then she's lying.
Or else you're just not being very clear. I talked her into staying 2 extra days. That's the best I could get. You and I have to come up with some kind of plan.
I'll talk to her.
No, this can't be solved with dictates from Daddy.
Well, do you have a better suggestion?
Oh, yeah, just leave it up to me as always, huh? You know, maybe if you had just been around a little bit more...
I was there when I was allowed to be there.
Don't give me that. You were there, hiding in your office.
I think it might be best for all of us if we just concentrate on Abby. Okay?
You know, I just don't want to get a phone call 6 months from now. Or next year. Or next week. She's here. No, don't. Just don't.
You ruined my car.
I am so sorry.
No wallet here.
Nothing here either. No keys, nothing.
What's that?
Okay, who's going to say it? Leapt a tall building and misjudged the landing?
Oh.
Passed out while flying by? Cape malfunction?
Nigel, is there any way to get you to follow instructions?
I've done everything you've asked me to
Let's
do.
go.
So, yes, sir.
You too, Lily.
Do you really think you could fly?
This bluff is what they were trying to protect.
What's there?
Well-connected rich people.
They don't deserve fire protection.
I'm just answering your question.
Really?
Really.
The Weather Service predicted strong northeasterly winds today, starting at 8 a.m.
Okay, that would be coming off the water, cooling woods. Shouldn't that help?
No. Because when the wind hits the fire, it's like hitting a brick wall. The wind gets pushed back and sideways, sucks the fire right along with it.
So if you're standing anywhere near it.
You are dead.
Let's hydrate him.
Way ahead of you. Here's your time of death, 8:07.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Hang on.
Some of this stuff is in pretty good shape. Too bad these guys weren't as well protected.
Dr. Macy?
Yeah.
The winds kicked up exactly as predicted. The time, the intensity, the direction.
So?
So the Weather Service was feeding precise data in real time to the command unit. Whoever was in charge knew when and where the danger was.
These men shouldn't have died.
I'm in charge of the emergency response. The captain is in charge of fighting the fire. Does that answer your question?
No. What were those men doing in that area?
I sent them in to cut a break. Remove a swath of brush. We stopped the fire before it hit the houses. No fuel, no fire.
Well, didn't you know that northeasterly winds were forecast?
Of course we did. They were instructed to get out before 8 o'clock.
So why didn't they?
I don't know. I was on the line, not in command.
We were on top of it.
Can you explain it to me?
We tried to get them out. The radios malfunctioned.
Did you try anything else?
We did everything we could. My office will conduct a thorough postmortem of our activities, and that's my job.
That insurance company thinks I'm gonna just accept whatever they tell me. They got another thing coming.
Way to stick it to the man, Bug.
Was that the new XT4000 webcam?
Top of the line, baby.
I thought Dr. Mason said we couldn't afford it.
Oh, that's mine. Yeah, early birthday gift to myself. See, this way, all my followers at nigelblog.com can get a glimpse into my daily life.
Oh, there's a scary thought.
Hello, bloggers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I
I
should
should
look
have
where
been
I'm
paying more
going.
attention. So did you ID the man with the bell?
Not yet. Poor bastard, huh?
Did you hear about your car?
Yeah, insurance company totaled it.
Oh, Bug, I am so sorry, but they'll pay for it, right? You can buy another?
Well, according to my insurance agent, it all depends. Did he jump, did he fall, or was he pushed? Suicide is considered an act of God for which the cheap bastards pay out nothing. Nada. Zip. I mean, the only way the policy pays off is if somebody deliberately tossed the poor bastard out of the window. He took a header out of one of these windows on the 14th, 15th, or the 16th floor.
Hey there, little guys. Hello there, Mr. Robot. How?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna send them down to the morgue.
Do you really think that's such a good idea?
You were gonna loosen up a little. Gotta take your phone where you can find it. Hey! What the heck are you doing? Where did you send them? Down to 9.
Sir, we just need to ask you a couple of questions.
Hey! 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 I'm Arthur Hay. May I help you?
Yes, sir. We would like to see the big window on the west side of the building, please.
Why is it black?
And why is it nailed shut?
Mr. Gibson lives in a world of good and evil.
Those robots for sale?
Oh, no. They're an advanced strike force from the planet Zorgon. We're trying to neutralize them. If they escape, the Earth is doomed. I'm kidding.
Okay. Do you happen to know anything about the guy who took the header a while ago?
What guy?
Who's on the floor above you guys?
We shred things! Medical records, corporate documents, whatever people want destroyed. And what about the police department? You guys must generate a ton of paperwork.
We tend to have to file all that stuff.
There's the window. Totally blocked by the shredder.
This looks more promising.
And quieter. Hello? Hello? If this is it, it's definitely murder. The window's closed.
Keith Everett, 34.
Is it him?
Yeah.
Any keys over there?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey. Looks financial. We're gonna need a forensic accountant.
Keys, please.
Newspapers. More. And more.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Either he really hates or he's laundering somebody's money.
Nigel, where are the talk screens on the firefighters?
They're processing. You really have
What
to...
are you doing in here? You should be monitoring the IVs.
I am. You need to see this, Dr.
You know, this whole place runs like a ship without a crew. It's unbelievable.
Hey, hey, hey!
I don't know what your problem is, but nobody I've seen today is goofing off. Now, if you could just stop crabbing long enough to listen, I have something to show you.
Well, let's see it.
Peter Cronin. Yeah? He's the director of Miro, appointed 8 months ago. Previous emergency response experience? Getting stains out of cocktail dresses. He owns a statewide chain of dry cleaners. Apparently, piles up money for him because he was a top donor to his political party last year.
How hard can it be to find qualified department heads?
You think you're mad now? Just hang on to something, would you? Because there's more. Stephen Alder, backroom power broker, likes to be called Godfather. Cronin owes his appointment to Don Corleone here. These mentions on the bluff, the ones the firefighters were trying to protect, that one belongs to Mr. Alder.
Are you saying that these men died so that Cronin could save his friend's summer house?
Calm down, Garrett.
You know, it's like appointing a carpet salesman chief medical examiner.
It's worse. Carpet salesmen don't kill people.
I don't believe Cronin tried to pull these men out. He left them there hoping they could dig fast enough to save the rich folks' houses, not giving a damn whether or not they died trying.
There's no way we're going to prove that from these bodies.
Maybe we won't need the bodies.
Hey, Bug. His name was Keith Everett.
Which floor?
16.
So where's Woody at?
Oh, he went to Mr. Everett's home address. I'm babysitting the forensic accountant.
Can you give me a hand?
No. Afraid you'll break your scissors?
Just doesn't seem right to cut it.
That mean you're not mad anymore? How about your car?
It's just a car.
You know Woody a long time.
Yeah?
Think he's a good guy?
Yeah. But I wouldn't want that to get back to him. So why'd you ask?
Is that a rash?
Yeah. Who knew? Superheroes get allergies.
What kind?
I don't know. I'll run some tests. And there's bruising. Like somebody grabbed him hard.
Would that leave prints? DNA?
Depends. What did you find upstairs?
Come see for yourself. And bring your Crownbuster kit.
And then when I was 8, I had my first pony ride at what you people will call a petting zoo. I always thought that sounded faintly naughty.
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Commandant.
Cronin told me the radios weren't working. They seem to be fine now.
Doesn't mean he's lying. The conditions on the fire line are hardly ideal.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, then why are we doing this?
There's no way for us to prove negligence. Okay, not based on this.
Macy, I'm on my way. Take over. I'll be back. What's going on?
Director's on his way down.
What happened?
They found a syringe in her room.
Where did you get a syringe?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just focus on the least important aspect of the whole thing. That's so
We explained the rules in the beginning. You do drugs in this program, you're out.
Did you screen her?
Yes. Results were negative, but I thought we should all talk.
Abby, where'd you get the needle?
I'll tell you like I told him. It wasn't mine.
Where was it?
Taped to the bottom of a drawer.
Well, I didn't put it there.
Well, then who did? You have a private room.
I'm not the first person to use the damn room. It's not my fault if they don't clean up between guests.
Why should I believe you? You lied to your mother this morning. You and your junkie boyfriend.
All right, Garrett, that's enough. Just shut up. So, what do we do now?
We find this works best if we all stay calm and don't try to assign blame.
If you don't know where the fault lies, you can't fix it.
We're all sitting in it. It's one great big huge stinking pile of fault, and it's never going away. Mom, I told you I'd give it 2 more days. After that, I am so out of here.
I'm sorry to pull you out, Jordan, but one of the widows has a question that I can't answer.
Reggie was a high school history teacher, but he didn't think it was making a difference. He told me 9/11 showed him who the real heroes are. I didn't want him to do it, and now...
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mrs. Anthony.
You had a question?
I gave him a St. Florian medal, the patron saint of firefighters. Platinum. To protect him. And he always wore it.
Well, I'm afraid that we haven't gotten that far yet.
I'll wait.
It may take some time, Mrs. Anthony.
I'll wait.
Looks like he was hanging on for dear life.
Okay, this is the only file I can't connect to the business. It's the list of names. But what you've got here is an incredibly sophisticated hedge fund. If this really was a one-man operation, he was a genius.
Anything shady?
Honey, shady is kind of the definition of hedge funds.
Okay, thank you. Keith Everett lived in a small one-bedroom apartment in Franklin Square.
All that money, he was a renter in a downscale neighborhood?
$700 a month, plus utilities. I spoke to his neighbors. They said they hardly ever saw him, that he was very secretive.
He had plenty to be secretive about. He was a thief. He was skimming all his accounts, except one. A Charles Gibson, toy designer on the 14th floor of this building.
He's dead. How well did you know him, Mr. Gibson?
He was my nephew.
Did he have any enemies?
No. No friends either. He's kind of a loner, no social skills, just genius with money. How could he fall out a window?
He didn't fall.
He was pushed. Someone killed him. You know, he wore a costume under his clothes.
What?
Yeah, like a superhero thing. Cape and all.
Really? The biggest disappointment of Keith's life was when he realized he couldn't grow up to be a superhero. He was 8. I never saw a kid so depressed.
Mr. Gibson, we're finding evidence that Keith was stealing from his clients.
No. You're wrong. Keith would never steal.
Dr. Macy, okay? He seems particularly crabby today.
Oh, well, I think maybe he's just worried about Abby.
Oh, good. I was afraid it was personal.
Oh, this must be Reggie Anthony. Hey, now, just take a look at this. His wife says it's platinum.
So?
Isn't its melting point above 2,000 degrees?
Yeah, quite a bit. Around 3,500.
So why did this melt?
Come on, guys. You haven't even gotten him undressed yet.
Hey, Garrett,
Came to see how we're getting on. These men deserve the best from all of us.
That would have meant more to them when they were alive.
What's that supposed to mean?
You were in charge. You had the information. Why were these men in the path of the fire?
It's being investigated.
By whom?
I've done some checking. You've got a history of bad judgment.
Somebody screwed up out there. You're the best bet for that.
All medical personnel who are state employees, my office has the authority to suspend their licenses. Now, you can appeal my decision, but it's a long road back. The sooner you release these bodies, the better it will be for everyone.
What are you going to show me?
Platinum. The fire wasn't hot enough to melt it, and yet, as you can see, it's...
You sure it's platinum?
It is.
The chain, too?
Yep.
Then what would account for the melting?
Well, normally wildfires burn between 2,000 and 2,500 degrees. But that can shoot up if the fuel is really dry.
Was it?
Not according to the information I've seen.
Well, if the goal was to protect the homes, and time was running out...
And if cutting the brush by hand was too slow.
There is another alternative.
If you're right. Come on, Nigel.
Oh, good. You found it. Is she still here?
She feels like it's all she's got left.
Look, I'm sorry. I just can't give it to you right now.
And it's mine. I want it back.
Yeah, and you'll get it back. Only right now it's part of the evidence, so we need to hang on to it.
Evidence? You make it sound like a criminal case or something.
We have to follow certain procedures.
My baby will never know her father. You're talking to me about procedures?
Okay, Diane, the medal is very important. It might help us figure out what went wrong out there.
Wrong? What does that mean?
Okay, there are a lot of pieces to this investigation.
You can't leave me in here not knowing.
Okay, it's possible that there was a miscommunication that led to their deaths. Radios failed, and they walked into a backdraft.
Who is responsible?
As soon as I know, I'll let you know. I promise you that.
Benzene.
The captain said he sent him out here to cut a fire break to protect the houses.
We don't need benzene for that.
No. We've got to figure out what happened on the fire line. Why these men died. The captain said the men were out here cutting the brush trying to hold the line. Then someone gave another order.
Maybe the captain lied to you.
I don't think so. Cronin knew time was running out. He ordered him to set a backfire. The brush was dry. He caught instantly. He deliberately put him in harm's way.
You don't know it was him. Could still have been Captain Innes.
No, he was at the command post. He knew the winds were shifting. He left him here to die. Who's Cronin?
The uncle's wrong. According to the accountant, Keith Everett's been skimming several millions of dollars over the past few years.
There's $800 in his checking account and a money market worth about $4,000.
Doesn't make sense if I have millions of dollars.
Millions of stolen dollars. He doesn't want to throw up red flags to the IRS.
I'm not saying that I go out and buy a yacht, but I'd at least spring for a schooner.
Or a dinghy.
This guy doesn't even have a car, for God's sake.
So where did the money go?
Lots of ways for a financial genius to hide money.
Hey, Bug, what do we got?
I found leather fibers on his neck. Whoever did it wore gloves. Paraffin oil. He was allergic to wax.
So whoever grabbed his neck got it on him.
Right.
So what's paraffin oil used for?
It's an industrial lubricant. Wax lasts longer than regular oil. Used in machinery that has lots of moving parts and runs all the time.
Like maybe a big shredder? Thank you, Bug. The obvious motive is that Mr. Shredder doesn't just shred.
Yeah, he looks at the client's documents first.
When he finds hanky-panky.
Tries to cut himself in on the action.
Keith Everett would not go for it.
We're finishing each other's sentences. Does that mean anything?
You're the shrink, you tell me.
You know, it's still bothering me what Everett was doing with all the money.
Let's catch the killer first.
Yeah, we'll ferret out the Shredder's client list and then do some old-fashioned legwork.
I love legwork.
I figured.
A backfire? Are you kidding me?
No.
Can't do a backfire under those conditions. You're caught between the fire and the ridge. It's suicide.
It's murder.
Cronin knows nothing about firefighting.
I'm not sure it'll stick, but I'd say it's negligent homicide.
Call it what you want, he killed him. He killed them to protect his rich friends. He'll deny he gave the order. It'll be my word against his.
Somebody must know he gave the order.
Blame rolls downhill.
There, that's better.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I've got contracts.
We know. We got a list of them right here. The check marks show which ones you were blackmailing.
We found your offshore account, Mr. Sullivan. We tracked the electronic deposits to you from all these companies.
You figured out Keith Everett was skimming his accounts, and you went after him, too.
But he wouldn't play along. He said he'd had enough and was going to the police. So you killed him.
Who are you guys? Crockett and Tubbs?
You are under arrest for the murder of Keith Everett.
Oh, and you need these. You got lubricant and fibers on his neck where you grabbed him.
One last thing. You left too soon. There was something like $850,000 in his file cabinets. Cash. Get him out of here.
Damn him.
You think that's a confession?
Sound like a confession to me. Bug, we need you in the lab. What are you doing?
I don't like loose ends.
You're tracking what he did with the money, aren't you?
You figure it out yet?
I have. Pick a paper. Any paper. All right. Post-it says 11-2. At first I thought it was a date, but it is page and column numbers. Page 11, column 2.
Sole survivor of family infirm and destitute.
Yeah, Vanetta Tilson, 83. Her two sons get her to the roof of her house in the lower Ninth Ward in New Orleans, then swim for help. They both drown. Now, this is the list of names that the accountant found, the one that had nothing to do with Everett's businesses. Vanetta Tilson.
He was playing Robin Hood.
Yeah, I checked Miss Tilson out, and she's at a really good nursing home in Houston. All expenses paid courtesy of an anonymous benefactor.
All these people.
Yeah, all except the last one, William T. Jones, injured by a hit-and-run driver. Single dad, 4 kids, can't work, no insurance.
I guess William T. Jones is out of luck.
Yeah. All these names are people who fell on hard times. People who were left destitute by earthquakes, hurricanes, devastating illnesses.
What are you telling me?
Your nephew gave them a fresh start.
Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, and we thought you might want this.
Keith couldn't save people from burning buildings or runaway trains, but he did what he could.
Homicide? You brought me here for this?
Autopsy reports are public records. Within a few hours, these will be on the news, and everybody will know you ordered a dangerous backfire that killed 6 men.
I've already explained it to you.
No, you haven't.
You release these reports, you're finished.
That's right. You've got friends in high places. You know how fast they'll drop you once the media gets on this?
Thanks for your concern. I'll be fine. Maybe you should think about protecting yourself.
You're a dry cleaner, Cronin, with no qualifications, no experience, and not much sense. You're done. Hey.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Explain it to them.
Hey, Bug.
Yeah?
Did you ever get the insurance money for your car?
Yeah?
How much?
32 grand. Why?
Because I got a piece of your mail this morning. A letter from a William T. Jones thanking you for sending him $32,000 to help cover his expenses. He is overwhelmed by your generosity.
You didn't notice it wasn't addressed to you.
Who is William T. Jones?
Somebody who needed help.
I thought you were getting another car.
I decided I wasn't that guy.
Hey! You know, I never apologized for kissing you last week, and,
I don't think that needs an apology.
well, I was upset. I'm not upset now. So, you still want to talk?
Talk?
Yeah. About the weather, Red Sox, that severed head in the alley behind Mickey's Steakhouse.
Not my case.
Not my case either. It's just an example.
Great. Well, let's talk.
Talk.
He's ready for your signature.
Just leave them on the desk.
Expecting a call?
No,
Thinking about making one?
I can't sign the reports until you put them down.
Abby or Maggie? Who are you thinking about calling?
Not exactly on their good sides right now.
Why do you think that is?
Because I can't fix it.
Did they ask you to?
They expect me to.
They do or you do? Nobody can fix it, Garrett. It's not a broken toy. It's a process. It's not easy, but you can't just give up.
I'm not.
You're afraid to make a phone call.
I'm trying to think of what to say.
Well, you gotta have a conversation with them. You can't have it in your head.
I'm out of words, Jordan. I've been talking till I'm blue in the face.
Maybe just listen.
Thanks for meeting me. So what are we gonna do?
I don't know. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't think.
About blaming someone. You know, sometimes things happen that somebody has to pay for. This isn't one of them.
Well, thank you. You changed your mind.
No, it's tough. She's 21. We can't force her to stay there.
We can present a united front. supportive, non-judgmental.
What good will that do?
I don't know. We've never tried it. We're the ones who broke the family. This may be our last chance.
Hit the ground, babe. It's all right now.
What are you guys doing?
Hit the ground, baby. Take your veil down. See your eyes in mine. Leave the rest behind. Hit the ground, baby. You're gonna make it somehow. Hit the ground, baby. Hit the ground.